There's our surveying dogs. And let's, should I go to Mr. Jackson or Mr. Barnard? Let's go to Mr. Barnard.
I don't know what I'm doing here, so...
Mr. Barnard, you have wellies. Why? Are we going up Knight's Peak again?
This is the new kit. The new kit.
New kit. So,
green wellies. It could be pink, but
where are we
today.
Where are we going to be in the next couple of days, John?
We're in South Wales at the moment, trying to search for the highest point of wherever we're searching for, which I've totally forgotten. The Vale of Glamorgan. I remembered it now.
6 out of 10.
And there are about 8 odd points, I think, which are contenders for the summit, and there are about 3 here, which are quite close together. So we're starting here, and going to take all the kit up. Hopefully, with the level of staff, we might be able to identify which is the highest of the 3 here, then collect some GPS data on the highest.
Lovely. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Lillypot is the name of the place.
Thank you. Just setting the equipment up on top of Tair Onnen. You can see the trig, and we've been here about half an hour. Just done various levels around the trig position, and it's grand beside the trig that lifts the higher. And we've had quite a productive day so far. Let's go and see how the experts are doing this.
It's on the rock.
Oh no, it's all right. It's just on the rock.
So. Let's just take you around. It's rather a pleasant late afternoon in early November. Sun's setting. You can see part of Exmoor and I think Somerset over in the distance.
Let's crank her up there.
It's not quite.
There we go. Graham's just switching it on now. So I'll leave you with a view of the sun going down in the late afternoon sky. We're continuing looking for the high point in the Vale of Glamorgan, and we're with Howard Mann. And if I come to Howard, what's the point of the exercise, Howard?
Well, I was writing a book about the county tops. This particular area, the Vale of Glamorgan, Tair Onnen was for a long time regarded as a county top, and recently it was suggested that Lillypot is. And I took a walk up Lillypot and found there was a reservoir, a man-made reservoir on top, and I felt that that was a man-made feature, and therefore it really wasn't. Couldn't be the highest point because you couldn't count the man-made feature as a high point. Although the Ordnance Survey does show it as 141 metres. Therefore, I did some investigation into the matter, and I was informed that the land under the reservoir was possibly a high point, according to one of the maps at the end of the 1800s. But I got rather frustrated with it, and therefore I asked my friend Mervyn if he would come and have a look at it for me. And that's why we're here, to try and identify which is the real high point of Vale of Glamorgan. But my friends here have identified one or two other areas on the 135 ring contour which they felt worth investigating to eliminate them as well. So it's been a fascinating exercise for a layman who doesn't understand surveying.
And of course it's the second day that we've been doing this, isn't it?
It's the second day, and you did the two main culprits yesterday, and today we're taking a look at the alternatives.
Brilliant. Well, cheers, many thanks, Howard, and probably do a little bit of interviewing with you a bit later on.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So yeah, it was excellent. Cheers, cheers, Howard. So this is one of the points. It's to the east of Lillypot and Tair Onnen, and we've identified 3 135 metre ring contours. So this is the top of one of them. That's the highest point where the flags are, and the GPS is set up down on the field to the right of Graham, and we'll do a measurement offset against that when the GPS has collected data for an hour. So we've got about 8 or 9, even 10 different points over 2 days to look at. And 2 of the points you'll see coming into the camera soon behind Graham, John and Howard. You see a very large house to the left, and there's 2 points beyond there. So I'll close off for now because I think there'll be major audio disruption because of the breeze. This is the survey result for the highest point of the Vale of Glamorgan. We surveyed a number of points and gathered data from 4 of them. The OS give Lillypot a spot height of 140 metres, and that's to the top of a covered reservoir. We surveyed to the highest natural ground that we found outside of the covered reservoir, and that came to 136.2 metres. The next point we surveyed was Tair Onnen. The OS give the summit as 137 metres. We attained a height of 137.3 metres. The following point is named Coider Hida Glyn, and the OS, the highest point is a 135 metre ring contour, and we attained a height of 135.2 metres. And lastly, the 4th point is known as Downs or a Mynydd. The OS gave an old imperial height of 443 feet to the point where we surveyed, and that is, in imperial terms, 135 metres, and we attained a height of 135.1 metre. So at a height of 137.3 metres, Tair Onnen is confirmed as the highest point in the Vale of Glamorgan.